it would be smart of Hollywood to kind of move away from that, because the reason the small screen is overpowering things is because there's no test audience and we just go.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. So, yeah, the changes.
I think it's been sort of balanced out by the power of the internet in general now.
True.
And the example that I'm thinking of just immediately is the Sonic movie that, okay, you were off the internet for a while. So
this totally passed my radar.
So the Sonic the Hedgehog movie is coming out like in November, and the trailer came out probably a couple of months ago. So the original trailer that dropped had a version of Sonic, a CGI version of Sonic that most people just fucking hated. Like his eyes looked a little too human. Like his they just changed his face. They kind of
didn't look like Sonic.
Right. It didn't look cartoonish, because the actual movie is not going to be cartoonish. He's going to be a CGI character in a real world. And so I think what they were trying to do was just to take Sonic out of his sort of video game look, because it is so synonymous with the video game, and they were trying to just, I guess, put like a real world filter over him, and then he had teeth. I think that was what bothered people the most. What? I think that's what bothered people the most, is the fact that he had teeth.
Why does he need teeth? Why?
So, I don't know, but I will say I didn't have a problem with it. So I was fine with the way Sonic looked. You're slowly grabbing your tablet. So, but the internet went into a complete fucking frenzy, and they actually, like, they complained for probably a couple weeks, and finally the studio went, okay, we'll change him. And so they have basically reverted back to the video game design. And they're
It's taken months, though.
Well, what I've heard people say is that them releasing the trailer was sort of to get ahead of the Pokemon movie.
Okay.
And so so a lot of people don't really feel like the design was all the way done anyway.
Okay.
So it would have been a lot easier for them to just sort of go in and change stuff and then make that the new model. And I think that's even more damaging than test audiences, because for test audiences, you kind of get the pick and select the people who watch the film.
Right.
But the internet is just sort of the wild, wild west. It's just anybody.
Well, not always. You get to pick who you actually really want to listen to.
Well,
so, because I was in Vegas and they were like, would you like to see a movie? And I was like, sure. But my friend was like, we can't. And it was a test audience for... what's the terrible romance movie from England that is like the Christmas time one with 10 stories?
Oh, Love Actually.
That one.
Yeah,
yes.
I hated that movie too.
Anyway. Yes, that movie. Oh my God. that is awful.
It's a little horrific, but again, I didn't have a problem with it. And I think maybe it's because as much as I love Sonic, I've seen the pictures. I know what he looked like.
I'm sorry,
but I'm not as attached to putting video game version Sonic in a real world movie. I'm just not. So when the new design, like I felt like I understood their choices for the design. So I wasn't mad at it.
Okay.
We are so off subject.
Sorry, I do. Okay, it's true, and it's test audiences and. Heavens, sweet purgatory. That
there was nothing wrong with Sonic, in my opinion, anyway.
Right. Did you play the game?
I did.
Okay.
I love the game. I have a shirt with Sonic on and everything.
Did you watch the cartoon?
Yes, I didn't watch it as much, but I did watch the cartoon.
And you were okay with that? Okay, cool. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's okay to not like things.
I'm probably going to cut that entire section out.
That's fine. Okay. That'll just bonus material. Okay.